Everything is possible, my brothers and sisters, my daughters and my sons. Everything is possible if you just put your mind to it. Everything is possible if you stop thinking about what could be and what is to be right now. I know that in the future I would like to be something, but that's not what I'm focused on. What I'm focused on is what I could be right now. Why do you think I'm focused on that, yo? Why do you think I'm focused on what could be right now? Because if I wasn't focused on what could be right now, then I wouldn't be my best version of me right now. I would be the worst version of me right now, thinking about what the best version of me could look like in the future. You feel what I'm saying? With that in mind, everybody, just know that whatever you do in life, whatever you want to do in life, it's possible right now. So don't think about it. Don't just say you're going to do it. Don't just pretend that that's the future. Don't live in fantasy, because your fantasy could be reality right now, and you're not putting in the work to do it. You're not doing anything about it. You're letting you're letting yourself stay stagnant, because stagnation is the enemy. Fuck stagnation. Kill stagnation. You must kill stagnation. Do not stay stagnant. Do not stay static. Do not stay still. That's the most basic way I can say it. Do not stay still. Do not stop moving. Do not ever. Please listen when I say this. Do not ever stop moving, bro. Never. Because that is the one thing that is going to kill you, bro. You must kill stagnation before it kills you. You must stop moving. Let me rephrase that. You must stop staying still and start moving, bro. Because the longer you wait to start moving, the more time is going to pass where you're staying still, bro. You staying still is not doing anything for you or nobody. It's honestly doing more damage to your mind and your body than anything else in the world. Not doing anything is probably the worst thing you can do. How can I say this so simply that it just makes sense for everybody? The worst action you can take is not taking action. The worst thing you can decide to do is to decide to do nothing. The absolute pinnacle of being down bad is doing nothing. And then there is such thing as doing too much. Because if that wasn't true, then people wouldn't say you're doing too much. Because it's a thing. People can do too much. The reason some people have trouble staying in the gym is because they do too much. Those people go to the gym and just, which isn't bad, but that's all they're doing. It's just pain all the time. Pain. You're not feeling that. You're not feeling that push, bro. And when it's just pain, it's like you're destroying yourself. You're doing more harm than good. It has to balance out, right? If you're doing nothing, if you're sitting here doing nothing, you're not obviously not getting any gains, but you're sitting there and you're just letting all that negativity just marinate and just become evil and disgusting. And you just sit with that and you just let it stay there, and your mind becomes evil, and you become like this warped version of who you truly are. You become lost. You become wrong in all the worst ways. When you let Because all right, look, our body, our mind instinctively worries. Okay, we sit with these worries and we sit with these problems that we have, and physical activity releases endorphins that you have to get rid of, bro. Physical activity literally extracts the negativity from your mind and gives you mental clarity. Literally go outside for a walk if you feel depressed. Go outside and just do jumping jacks in your room and you will feel much better. Stop sitting around. And that's where we get to the middle part. This is where you were standing still doing nothing. Now you're actually doing something. This is where you want to stay forever, bro. Just do something. Just do something. Literally, get up and do something. All you have to do is move. All you have to do is get up and stop letting your body disintegrate. Just stop letting your body degrade and break apart while you do nothing about it. And not even just your body. You don't even have to go to the gym. Just do something, man. Go get up and do something. If you're sitting there on that phone doing nothing, what do you think is really happening outside? What do you think is really happening outside? Everything. Everything is happening outside, and you're sitting here doing nothing. You are sitting here consuming the lives of others while your life is going down into the drain. You sit here on your phone, right? Let me just look. I was literally doom scrolling before I started streaming, bro. Look, you sit here and you do this all day. What are you looking at? You're looking at other people do shit, and you're sitting here doing nothing. Nothing. Watching, spectating, bro, bro, bro. All right. Most people play Minecraft, right? Would you rather be in survival or creative mode and actually get to play the game, or would you rather just be in spectator mode and watch everybody else do something while you just watch and you can't do anything? I would not want to be in spectator mode for the whole duration of my life. I wouldn't. And there's a lot of people, especially in this day and age, doing exactly that, spectating, watching, doing nothing, and thinking they're the shit. Thinking they're the shit because they understand the trends that they watch on TikTok. Live life in the real world. Go outside, see shit, meet people, become part of a culture, learn something in real life. Learn something in real life. You're not learning shit. You're not learning shit. Even when you can go on YouTube, watch a tutorial, and now you know how to do that thing. But if you never actually did that thing, you didn't learn shit. I could sit here and watch 80 billion tutorials on how to code, on how to develop video games. Soon as I open up Godot or Unity for the first time and try making a game, I'm not gonna know how to do shit. Why? Because I watched some tutorials, but I didn't do shit with it. And I'm not saying you have to unplug. All right. I've lived life. My fault. From 2024 to late 2025, I was completely unplugged. I had nothing, no social media. Okay, I had no friends. I cut ties with all my friends, my family, even. I spoke to nobody. I spoke to one person, and that was my girlfriend at the time. I spoke to nobody. Okay, I was isolated from everybody. I had no social media. I deleted my Instagram accounts, both of them. Had so many followers. Okay, I was posting. Each post was getting mad likes, and I was pop, bro. I was literally inspiring people locally to follow the same trends that I was starting. Why? Because I was living life in real life. And those people that sit around do nothing all day are looking at what I'm doing and saying, damn, that's cool. So go do it. Go do it. Go do it. You watch a video of me learning how to drop in on a skateboard and you like that, you think it's cool, but now you're sitting here like, oh man, I wish I could do something like that. Then go do something like that, bro. Go do something. Don't even like my posts. Unfollow me, block me, and go live your life. And go live your life. Stop watching this video right now. Get up and go do something. Go do something before I come through the screen and beat your fucking ass, bro. I swear, I will. I will. You don't think I can? You really don't think I can, and I will. I will beat the shit out of you right now if you don't get up and do something. I swear. I swear. Why? Because it's that important. It's that important. In 2026, bro, as a Gen Z, Gen Alpha person, you should you should be doing something. You should. Why? Because Gen Z is the last generation that was alive before the internet popped off. We witnessed the real world. Okay? We have the ability to go outside and do that. Let's not lose let's not lose that, okay? Let's keep rooted in who we are because when we were brought into this world, we were brought into a world where people were actually going outside and doing shit. And then you look at our current world, and the most famous people of our generation don't do shit. They don't do shit. They literally don't do shit. They post up on their phone and influence. That's the word I hate. That's the word I hate. That is the most misused word in our generation. Influence. Because what is really happening is not influence, okay? It's almost manipulation. It's almost manipulation. Because when you go on TikTok and you scroll through all them different hashtags and you see every single trend that's popping, whatever side of TikTok you're on, that is exactly what you are going to try to be. And TikTok knows that. That's why they show you that shit, because they know what you like. They know what you like. They know who you are, because they collect that shit. They watch what you do and they figure out who you are so they can show you shit you want to see. And then you grab that shit. You're like, this is me. This is my personality. This is who I am. This is my character. I'm gonna consume all this shit on TikTok. It's me. This is all me. This is all me. No, it's not. None of it is you. None of that is you, because you didn't do any of that shit. You saw that shit on your screen. You plucked it, put it in your brain, and said, that's me now. No, the fuck it's not. No, the fuck it's not. Whatever you just grabbed from that person belongs to that person who put it on the internet. If I if I see somebody, right, if I'm talking to this person, right, and they're like, and I'm like, yeah, I've been in the gym, I've been getting back into skating, you know what I mean? Like, I've been working on my graffiti. I mean, I haven't been doing all that shit. Honestly, I've been lacking a little bit on skating and graffiti, but it's cold out. All right, I can't go paint. I can't go skate. All right, so that's my excuse. But anyway, I say I'll do all that, right? This person over here gonna be like, how can I put this? Because it's strange. You don't really understand it till you're talking to the person. But I feel like y'all can tell what I'm talking about. You real motherfuckers out there know what I'm talking about. When you go outside and you talk to a person, you can tell how genuine and authentic they are. I really can't think of an example, but it's like you just gotta know. You just gotta know. Like, all right, so I could be talking to this person right here, just based on the topics they bring up. If I understand what you're talking about, if I understand everything you're talking about, and everything you're talking about can be found on the internet, it can be found on the internet. You're already doing something wrong. You're already doing something wrong. If you have knowledge, if you have skills, if you have hobbies, if you have techniques, if you have things that you can share with people that you learned from the real world by going outside, that is phenomenal. Why? Because it's proof that you're living, bro. And that's where I say people do too much. That's where I say people do too much. Because let me finish my story. From 2024 to 2025, I was completely disconnected. No friends, no contact with family, all social media deleted. Phone broken, nothing. I had an iPhone 6 while the iPhone 16 was out. I had an iPhone 6. I couldn't do shit on that phone. I could text my mom, I could text my dad, I could text my girlfriend, and that was it. That was it, dog. That was it. What was I doing though? What was I doing? Fucking everything, bro. Graffiti in a book, fucking making comics. I never made comics. I I don't do that. But because I was off the internet, I like your brain thinks differently when you're not constantly tapped into the lives of everybody else. But in 2026, that's not what you want to be doing. That's why I'm saying I don't want to tell y'all to just disconnect, because that's just not how the world works anymore. If Bro, when I tell you that phase of my life was so goddamn depressing, bro, it was so horrible, bro, because I don't like I said, I broke my phones, I deleted my social media accounts, I cut off my friends. I had no one to talk to on my device. The one the one thing that ties every human together in 2026, your cellular device in America, is the one thing I didn't have. So I go outside, right? I'm hoping to see people outside living life. I don't see shit. Bro, midsummer, I go outside. Granted, I live in a suburban town. There's no main street, okay? Like, there probably wasn't people walking around even like 20 years ago, but still, my point stands. You go outside, as a disconnected person in 2026 and you don't see shit. You don't see nobody. You don't see, if you live in the city, that's different. But anywhere else, you go outside and you don't see nobody. That wasn't the case. That wasn't always the case. It's when we entered this digital era that happened. So now it's more important than ever. This is the main thing I'm trying to say. The main thing I'm trying to say is this more important than ever to find balance in your life, bro. This is the main overarching thing that I've been trying to get at the whole time. You must find balance in your life. Pardon. Excuse me. You must find balance. Like I said, you could do too little, and that is the worst thing you could do to yourself is doing nothing. You could do too much, and that is just breaking you down. That is overflowing your brain. You don't have clarity. When you're sitting around doing nothing, your mind is foggy. There's all these thoughts that you're able to think because you're not doing shit and just sitting around letting your thoughts pile up. You don't have clarity. Okay? So here's how it works. Let me break it down very, very simple. If you don't do anything, your mind is fogged up with all these thoughts that you accumulated because you were sitting around doing nothing. You have these thoughts in your mind and you're sitting around with these thoughts because you're not doing shit about it. All right? I've been over this a million times. You know what I'm talking about by now. If you do too much, you're overloading your brain. There's too much going on. Now you still can't think because you're like, oh, all right, I gotta go do this. I gotta handle this. I got this to work on. I got my baby mama to fucking pay child support for. Like that is too much going on. You don't have clarity. If you're sitting around doing nothing, your mind's too foggy, and you don't have clarity. If you're doing too much, your mind is overcrowded and full, and you don't have clarity. When you find that balance to where you can do shit with your life and rest comfortably, the clarity you will have is insane, dude. You will be able to genuinely do something, sit back, think, be like, what should I do next? And go do it. It's that easy. It's that easy. And I know when I was initially talking, some of y'all would have been like, oh, well, I know it's not that easy. It's not that I can't get up. As much as I try, I'm stuck to my bed and I can't get up. And as much as I try to get off my phone, I can't because I'm doom scrolling. That's valid because you've been sitting around doing nothing for so long that you're used to it. You're used to it. But I promise you, as soon as you force yourself, I know it's hard, bro. I know it's difficult and I know it hurts. I know it's painful and I know it's just hard. It feels hard, but it's not. I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. As soon as you get up out that bed, as soon as you start moving your body and getting blood flowing through your veins, you will feel so much better, bro. You will feel so much better. Get your adrenaline pumping, bro. Get that blood moving to your brain so you can actually utilize it. We're bro, we did not evolve to sit around all day, and we did not evolve to be overworking ourselves in this industrial environment that we built as a human race. We evolved to survive. We evolved to survive. And if you are on full survival mode and you are doing too much, then you're going to end up like our ancestors who just died because they were surviving doing too much. If you do nothing, then that's a whole new age thing that our bodies weren't evolved to do. We weren't evolved to sit around and do nothing. So obviously that's going to take a toll on us. But we were evolved to survive on Earth. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. If all you're doing is going to work in this industrial age that we built as a human race, if you're just going to work, you're still not doing what you should be doing as a human being that evolved from primates. You should be outside, moving shit with your body, climbing shit, walking, running, speaking, moving, doing shit, doing something physically, doing something productive. No, not even productive in the regular sense. Do something primal, like a caveman. Make a fire, climb a building, fucking Throw a stick, dude. Do something, bro. As soon as you connect with what Earth actually is, you will feel like a person. You will feel like a person. I swear to you, on my mom's life, you will feel like an actual human being if you do something like a human being. If you're tired of feeling like a bag of slush, stop acting like a bag of slush. If you're tired of feeling like an overworked, just constantly in pain, tired all the time, then stop acting like that's all you do and go do something that's actually going to make you happy. Use your brain, bro. Please use your brain. Please think. Make yourself happy, bro. Make yourself happy. Sitting around isn't going to make you happy, and working that dead end job all day isn't going to make you happy. You don't need to quit that job, and you don't need to stop laying down. Just do something else as well. You can go to work, but if all you're doing is going to work, you're going to feel like shit. Go to work, then go home and go to the gym. Or go to work and then go home and build something, draw something, create something, make music. I know so many people who thrive in life because they make music. That is a creative thing, bro. And like, bro, you don't need to go to the gym just to feel like, bro, honestly, y'all, like, bro, just be yourself, bro. Bro, I will straight up get emotional here, bro. Be yourself. Stop acting like everybody else out there. Stop acting like you're the person that influenced you on TikTok. You're not them. You are you. Love yourself, bro. Be the human you were meant to be. Be who you want to be, bro. If you don't know who you want to be, you are lost. And you need to work on that, bro. What do you mean you don't know what you want to be? I'm assuming you're grown as fuck. All right? You you should be employed. If you're my age, you should be employed. You should be seeking further education, which I'm not currently. So like I'm at fault there. I should be seeking further education right now, and I'm not. That's on me. I'm trying to get my mind right because mentally I was fucked up until like 2 months ago. You could, bro, if you're watching this and you're paying attention, go back, go back to like my first stream and see how dead I seem compared to right now. I guarantee you will be a stark difference. Why? Because I started taking care of myself. I started giving a fuck. I started giving a fuck. Like, bro, it's just, bro, it pains me in my heart to know that that shit that I just said doesn't make fucking sense to some of y'all. You gotta learn how to give a fuck, bro. Stop sitting around acting like you don't. And stop going through life letting it beat you down, acting like you don't give a fuck. Because as soon as you start giving a fuck, that shit you're pissed off about won't matter no more. That bitch that has you fucked up, fuck her. Get rid of her. She's not making you happy, bro. Go do something else. And if you just got out of a relationship and you're hung up on that bitch, fuck her, bro. Go do something that's gonna make you happy instead of thinking about that bitch. Never had a girlfriend? Fine. Are you insecure about it? Stop. Stop. Just because you hadn't, just because you never had play in your life does not mean you ain't shit, bro. Stop tying your worth to material. Stop tying your worth to one-dimensional things. Because you're not good at guitar and all your friends are, that don't make you a piece of shit. That it doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit to you. It doesn't mean shit, bro. Because whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you fulfilled, whatever makes you feel like a complete human being should be what you're doing. If you're not doing that, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Now, in our society, there's things we have to do that don't make us happy, like having a job or going to school. But that's life, bro. You were born in 2026. Deal with it. You were born in the 21st century. Deal with it. You had no choice. You could have been born in the Middle Ages and been smelling like shit all day. Yeah, maybe you wouldn't have been forced into having a job like we are now, but you would have been a peasant in a king's kingdom where you gotta follow his every command. Dude, if you live in America, do you know how lucky you are to live in a democracy as opposed to like a dictatorship or communism? Bro, America might be fucked, but you have it so fucking good just because you're here. You could have been anywhere else. You could have been in Africa, North Africa. Then what? Then what? Are you still complaining? Are you still complaining about living in America now that I said that? I don't think so. You could be anywhere else in the world. Anywhere else. Some people, some places might have it better. Some people might have it worse. It doesn't fucking matter. It does not fucking matter. It doesn't at all. You were born here with your parents. Don't like your parents? Oh well. Those are your parents. Those are the people you came out of the penis and vagina of. Sorry. That's what happened. And you're here. You are you with your parents in your life, with your circle, grew up in the culture that you grew up in. Okay? Recognize that. Recognize that. I know people, bro, oh my God, I know people who came from, bro, like, I grew up in a mostly white suburban town. There's so many spoiled, rich white kids out here that like to act like they're from the hood, that like to act like they ghetto, bro. Like, bro, straight up ski masks, Nike Techs, like, even I don't do all that shit. I don't do what? You don't see me out here acting like that, bro. And then they tote guns, bro. Why are you toting guns? I don't give a fuck if it's real. I literally don't care if it's real. Why do you have one in the first place? If it's not real, why are you acting like it's real? And if it is real, why the fuck do you have that? What are you doing? Your parents are rich, dude. You live in a mansion. You're out here in the streets. Why? Why? That doesn't make no fucking sense to me, bro. That doesn't make no goddamn sense to me. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? This shit is genuinely pissing me off because what the fuck? There's people out there that do that. Genuinely do that. Genuinely. And then there's these people, man, that just, bro, they get so fucking enamored by clout. Clout is such an enemy, dude. Clout is evil. Is evil. I don't ever want clout again. I don't ever want to be bro. I don't ever want to be popular in my life again. I don't want my kids to be popular. I don't want my girl to be popular. I don't want me to be popular because that clout shit gets to your head, bro. It does. It does. It makes you feel like you're the shit even if you're not. You feel what I'm saying? And then when you start to lose that clout, if you've never known anything else, you're gonna change yourself to get that clout back. That shit pisses me off. Just because you were the shit and you're not no more, you're gonna try to act like the people who are now? What happened to you, bro? What happened to your personality? What happened to your goals? What happened to your hobbies, bro? What happened to what made you you? What happened to all that shit? You threw it all away just because you wanted clout, bro. Oh my God, bro. It's genuinely sad. It's genuinely sad the fact that the shit I'm talking about right now it's happening right now as we speak. It's happening somewhere right now. It's happening somewhere right now. Someone is on their phone right now comparing themselves to somebody they see on TikTok. And they're saying, why am I not that person? Let me be that person. And they're thinking that because they're insecure. They're thinking that because they want the clout that person has. Where if they just looked inside and thought about what they wanted, what would make them happy, the person they want to be, like that actually resonates with them, they would be a billion times happier with no clout. With no clout. And then eventually you start getting crazy at whatever you're into, you get the clout. Because you're crazy at it and you love doing it. And now you're happy. And now you got clout and you got fans, you got a bitch. What? You're getting pussy, bro? Like, this is for the dudes. This is for the men right here. But come on. Come on, bro. Like, bro, me personally, I don't care if I die alone. But I'm gonna get my skins, bro. I'm gonna try to get that. I'm gonna try to get that one way or another. Why? Because I want to. I don't give a, I literally that's it. Because I want to. And am I gonna double think that just because somebody thinks that I'm wrong for it? No. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I'm gonna do. But like, all right, let me not say it like that. Let me not say it like that. That was probably a bad example. But just in general, if I want something, I'm gonna go get it, bro. I'm gonna go fucking make sure that I can at least put in the effort to do it. And if I don't get that thing, at least I tried, bro. At least I tried. At least I didn't sit around thinking like, what if I actually got up and did something. You've heard this all many times before, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents in because I've been that person. I was literally just that person. I was just that person sitting in this bed, sitting in this chair, in this room, in this house, wondering when I was going to do something. Thinking about that person that I could be. Thinking about what if, instead of doing it right now. And what did I do? I got up off my ass and I took that first step. It was mad hard, bro. I didn't know what the fuck. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm getting up and I'm what? That's not what I do. That's not normal. That's not natural. That's not the usual that we're used to. But guess what? It was so much better. It was so much better because I got up and did something. I went to the gym. I started getting in shape. You know what I'm saying? I started taking care. I started giving a fuck. I started giving a fuck. That's what I've been saying this whole time, bro. I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. I'm not. That's it. Just know that, bro. Just know that as long as you give a fuck, as long as you keep balance in your life, as long as you do what's gonna make you happy, as long as you respect yourself and stop chasing clout, as long as you stop pretending to be somebody else, as long as you love yourself and care about yourself and want to see yourself succeed, you will. You will. You will. That's it. That's it. That's the bottom line, bro. That's it. That's all I got to say, bro. That's all I got. That's all I wanted to say. All right. Just know that, bro. Just keep that all in mind, please. Because there's so many people out there that don't do shit with themselves and they wonder why they're sad. There's so many people out there who overwork themselves and wonder why they're sad. I wonder. I wonder. For those people that be overworking, sometimes you do need to do that. But at least have kids and let them do it better. Okay? Because I know them people that are overworking because they have to have already accepted that. Them blue collar workers that be coming into my job asking for whoppers, they don't look happy, bro. But they're doing what they have to do to provide and they're being a man. That's the life that they got. You know what I mean? But at our age, Gen Z, Gen Alpha too, like really Gen Alpha, we have the power right now. Anyone like I'd say like maximum age 25, you still got time to turn it all around and do something else. If you go into trade school and you don't want to be in trade school, go to college. If you don't want to be in college, do something else because you have time right now. You still have your whole life ahead of you, bro. That's what I'm realizing too. Like, bro, there's time in the world to do shit. Not like obviously there's time in the world, but there's time in your life to do shit. Don't waste it, bro. Don't waste this opportunity you have. I almost took my life at 16. I stood on top of a building and I wanted to die. I wanted to jump and kill myself. I stood on that ledge. Bro, I climbed on top of the ledge and I was standing, bro, fucking probably 7 stories tall. I was standing like this on top of the building, ready to die to end it all at 16. And guess what made me step down, bro? I looked down and I saw people. I saw people down there, human beings at the bottom of the building that I was standing on top of trying to die, living their lives, being at work. To them, this was just a normal everyday Monday, bro. This was just a Monday to them. And here I am sitting on top of that building, ready to die, bro. Ready to fucking kill myself. I guarantee you, all the stress that I had been through up to that point was nothing compared to them boys down there doing a job. They have definitely been through more shit than I had at that point. I had cut myself, like bleeding. I was licking my blood. I love that shit. I wanted to die, bro. I was genuinely ready to die. I wanted to. I wanted death to embrace me. I wanted to leave this world. I wanted to go somewhere else. I was tired of this shit. But I stepped down because I saw people stronger, bro. I saw people stronger than me. I saw people tolerating life and living it and not asking no more questions. They gave a fuck. They gave a fuck about this life. They gave a fuck about their family back home. They gave a fuck about what they could do with the future. And I didn't. And that's what changed me, bro. Because I saw people who didn't give a fuck. I saw people who gave a fuck when I didn't give a fuck. I saw people who valued life when I wanted to take mine away. I was standing on top of a building, and down here were people living. Here's me, ready for death, ready to die, to jump off this building and die. And then there's people down here living without question, with faith that life is going to go the way they want. They don't have to believe it. They just have to hope. Hope, bro. Just hope. You can live off hope, bro. You can live off hope as long as you're doing something about it. As long as you're putting in the work to turn that hope into reality, bro. I wasn't. I had lost my hope. I didn't have shit. I didn't have shit. And I wanted to die. But I decided not to, and that's why I'm here today telling y'all to not do that shit, bro. Don't do that shit, bro. Live your life. Start giving a fuck, please, bro. Please. Genuinely, please start giving a fuck. Because if you don't, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Or you'll die never even having been able to think that you could have done it different. There are possibilities out there, bro. There are things to be done. There are, oh my God, there are experiences to be had. There are people to meet. There are things to do, bro. And you're sitting here doing nothing. Stop doing that, bro. Start giving a fuck. Start giving a fuck about your life, please. Please, bro. I'm begging you from the bottom of my heart. Start giving a fuck about your life, bro. I don't know you. I will never know you. I will never know if anyone will ever see this video. But I don't give a fuck. Because I give a fuck about my life. And I want y'all to give a fuck about your life, alright? That's all I wanted to say, bro. Just keep that in mind, please, bro. Please. Please, bro. I hope somebody sees this video, bro. Just keep all this shit in mind, bro.